Thank you very much for staying with us once again and joining us on this channel. It's always a great pleasure to have you join us. Thank you very much for staying. Mohammed Kudus today played versus Newcastle United in the English Premier League. What was the performance of Mohammed Kudus? We are bringing you the details in this video on this channel. Also, Ayew, Badu, former Black Stars player, former Ghana under-20 player. Ayew Badu granted a lengthy interview today with Sporty FM. He touched on a lot of issues at the Black Stars. Currently, should Ayew be called or not? Ayew Badu had his say on that and several other stories. Who is the greatest Black Stars player Ayew Badu has ever played with? Yes, we are going to talk to you about that in this video because he mentioned the player and several other issues also in this video. Please do well to subscribe to the channel, like the video, hit the notification bell, and select all. Leave your thoughts, comments, views, opinions below in the comment section if you have any. Thank you very much for staying with us. Alright, yes, so let's start the issues from Ayew Badu. One of the trending things Ayew Badu said today was the fact that we all know that Ayew Badu was playing for Brecum Chelsea before he moved to Kotoko and all of that. He said that when he was playing for Brecum Chelsea around 2003-2004, he was paid 30 Ghana cedis. Hey, Ghana Premier League there, the amount of monies they receive, is very funny, and it's been funny like all from time back up till now, because 30 Ghana cedis in 2003-2004, it wasn't any money. It was like 300 cedis right now. It wasn't any money there. It wasn't any money. So those are one of the issues Ayew Badu discussed today at Sporty FM. He also said that losing the 2015 AFCON finals to Ivory Coast left us completely dead. So he left the Black Stars completely dead. I remember that final so well. It's the finals the Black Stars of Ghana started off well. They started off well. Ivory Coast had lost their first two penalties, or they've missed it. Everybody in Ghana was like, Charlie, this is our time. Ivory Coast have missed the first two penalties. We've scored our first two penalties. So after the first two penalties, Ghana were leading 2-0. Oh God. And then we missed a lot of penalties and Ivory Coast came to win the tournament. So indeed, you'll be completely dead. Like, oh my goodness me. Like, that finals there, yeah. So those are some of the issues Ayew Badu also discussed. He also revealed that Michael Essien was the greatest Black Stars player he ever played with. Michael Essien. Hey, Charlie, that's a wajan deal. As a moment, who has some wajan you. But I don't know opinion. Maybe I'm a catcher say somebody's opinion. You cannot really debate. Somebody says my opinion is this. How can you come and say by force? Some opinions can be debated. Fine. You cannot say your opinion is if it is 6 a.m. in the morning, it is evening. It is not evening. It is morning. Everybody knows it's morning. But then there are certain things will be under the preference. So he says Michael Essien was his greatest Black Stars player, and you can understand in certain ways Michael Essien in the midfield was a gem of a player for the Black Stars of Ghana, and even for Chelsea. I don't know if he added his performance at Chelsea Football Club to it, but Michael Essien being the greatest Black Stars player, I don't think will be something that is surprising at all. He also went on to say that Coach Otuado of the Black Stars of Ghana and GFA must all take a share of the blame for failing to qualify Ghana to the AFCON. We all know that Ghana Black Stars has failed to qualify for the 2025 African Cup of Nations after we were rock bottom in a group involving Ghana, Niger, Angola, and then and Sudan. Ghana were the bottom place club, and he's saying that the Black Stars coach and GFA must all take share of the blame. And of course, it's true. Like, yeah, but me, the coach be more. Yeah, of course, GFA takes blame, but the coach be more. The management committee is a vital area for our national team. That is what Ayew Badu is saying. A lot of people have had the view that the management committee is not anything serious. Like, management committee, you should scrap it. Because especially when we go to tournaments like the World Cup and they are taking $100,000 because they are management committee members and the rest, people think that it should be scrapped. But Ayew Badu said actually they are very vital He has played the football before. I don't know why he's saying it's vital. The explanation doesn't come here, but it looks like he's saying his view. Is that not it? Yeah. And then also he talked about the Ghana under-20 World Cup win. We all remember that in 2009, Ghana won the under-20 World Cup over Brazil. He went to penalties. Ayew played the last penalty. All right. Yes. And he talked about the penalties. He said that, look, I was not great at penalties. So my name wasn't even on the list. He said that there were certain players whose name were on the list and they even missed the penalty. But then his name wasn't on the list. He was the one who scored, and that's how sometimes things are. So let's listen to Ayew narrating the emotions and everything he went through for the that final penalty he took for Ghana in the under-20 FIFA World Cup. That Ghana won it over Brazil.
I know.
How time flies. It's 16 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anytime you hear this, or you watch it on YouTube or any other place, and you see yourself walking down there, because look at the size of the pitch, and you're walking from center, you alone, all that to that side. Anytime you're walking down there, right now as you sit listening to this, what's running through your mind?
Oh, like yesterday, I think you go on my social media and a lot of people will be posting it to me and tagging me. So I will forget and just go and open it and say, Then I start panicking as if I'm now going to play the penalty. Mm-hmm. I will hold my phone there, I'll start, ish. Then I just remember the say I jumped. Still recall, I said, no. But a lot of emotions because a lot was going on. And
were you scared?
I wasn't.
It's not about the 80,000 people watching you, but millions across the world.
I wasn't too scared because at that time, before going to the tournament, I have the privilege to be in the senior blasters. And that time, you know the kind of players that are there. Mm-hmm. Stephen Appiah, Mike Lacey, and Sule Muntari, Samoa Jan, John Pencil. So I gained some confidence from them because playing with them, it will give you a lot of aspirations and confidence. So moving from there to the national under-20 was some mere easy for me as well. So I was a bit scared, but when they were playing the penalty kicks, I was very calm watching the goalkeeper. I wanted to know his strong side and his weaker side. So I was very observant that wherever they play the ball, I need to watch it. My first options was to go for a punch. I wanted to point the ball. But after realizing that none have pointed the ball. But if you were well calm and watching very well, it will be easier for you to score. So if you see, when I was walking towards the ball, I jerked a bit and he moved to his right side. At that time, he's locked the left side and he can never turn back. And I said, wait, they're sure to be him. Let me just place it on the ground. Yeah. And that is really what happened.
Wow. Now here you are, the hero of the tournament.
Running over. After 120 minutes.
Running all over. Where did you get the energy from?
You see, why you score goal, whether you are tired or you have one leg.
No feelings.
No feelings. And okay, so I was having some watch there. At that time, he plays in Egypt. So I told him that if we win the cup or if I'm able to score, I'll run to where he is.
Yeah.
After scoring the goal, I don't know where I was going. I don't even know where he was sitting.
Because all your boys were chasing
me. Yeah, everybody was chasing me all out. And it was just...
All right, yes, thank you very much. So those are the views of Ayew Badu, former Black Stars player, former Ghana under-20 player. One key thing Ayew Badu said was the Ayew conversation that keeps going. Everybody is saying, should Ayew be called to the Black Stars? What is the situation? Should Ayew get a call up to the Black Stars? Ayew Badu says that, look, Ayew, he knows his body more than me. That is more than me, Ayew Badu. If he feels good, is performing well for his club, and the coach wants him, fine. The decision to continue or stop should be his. I just don't want anyone to leave the national team with bitterness. And I think Ayew Badu is spot on. Because a lot of the time you hear stories of our old players leaving the Black Stars with bitterness. This one was bitter, and that's the reason why we are not winning a trophy. This one was that, this one was that. So he doesn't want any player to leave with bitterness. And Andre Ayew is a case study. So he doesn't want Andre Ayew to leave with bitterness. And we should just, if we want to usher him out, we should just do it nicely. And that's why Ayew Badu is saying, and I agree with him. He's just said my views on Andre Ayew for some few weeks now. Is that not it? Yeah, so those were the views of Ayew Badu. Today, Mohammed Kudus West Ham United lost their game versus Newcastle United at home. 1-0 it ended for Newcastle United through a Bruno Guimaraes second half goal. Fantastic goal it was by Bruno Guimaraes. Mohammed Kudus has gone 11 games in a row without scoring. 11 games in a row. It means he died in his career. The last time it happened was 9 games in a row. But this time, Mohammed Kudus has gone 11 games in a row. The reason why it is 10, you are seeing the picture as 10, is because this flyer was made by TV3 before the game today. Do you get a point? Before the game. So today's game too, he didn't score a goal, and that has made an unwanted record. It's not a wanted, it's a sad record. It's not a good record. Do you get a point? Good. But then in the game, he had some moments, he had some cameos that he could have scored. Yes, he had some very good chances, especially in the first half. He had some through ball B. He should have gone with the right foot, but he wanted to turn on to the left and he lost the ball. And Mohammed Kudus, yes, 90 minutes of football action, 6 ground duels won, 2 successful dribbles by Mohammed Kudus. Yeah, he didn't really have a bad game, I'm telling you the truth. If you watch the game overall, he was there and about. He was creating chances, getting to the end of chances. Also, he was getting the chances the team was creating for him. Just that the final finishing touches couldn't go. All right, and that has been the story of West Ham United in a game versus Newcastle. They just couldn't be clinical, because if you look at the first half miss from one of their midfielders, oh my God, forgot it. So it happens like that. Is that not it? They were not having that clinical finish, and that is just the reason why they lost. Same applies to Mohammed Kudus, the Ghana Blasters player. We are just hoping that Kudus will get some goals before the World Cup qualifiers, so that at least he gets his confidence back up. It's very, very important that he gets his confidence back up. Thank you very much for staying with us and joining us once again on this channel, Sports 7GH. It's always a great pleasure to have you join us. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.